Thank you, Diane. Welcome to a ChakraTouch live session. We're going to be just sitting here for a little minute. Oh, Joanne, you're just first time too. Welcome. Hello. So nice to have you guys and gals here. Who else do we have? Anyone new? Paula. Wonderful. Welcome, Anita. Awesome. Wow. Okay. So you guys are in for a treat. Have any of the, hello, Carmen. Oh, I've seen your puppy dog before. And Bonnie, yes. I know Bonnie. Have any of you listened to any of my meditation tracks? Ooh, new to the lives. So what I do is something called ChakraTouch. It's a gift that I received about 15 years ago, but I was too scared to do anything with it for about 14 years. And then it took about a year from that to realize, and once I realized that I had this gift, it took about a year to say yes to it. And that's when I launched on Insight Timer. So Anika, hello, my dear friend. Good to see you. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so ChakraTouch is this fascinating, to me, fascinating blend of energy healing, energy work, energy reading. I mean, so many labels these days. I haven't been able to pick which label is most feels best right and most aligned for me, but I combine that with spiritual guidance and coaching and using my intuition. And as folks found out on last Friday, we can have some really amazing breakthroughs. Eliza was one of them. I hope that you are feeling better since Friday, Eliza. Let us know actually how you are doing since your little mini reading. Yes. Oh, OMG, OMGG. That's like extra God. Hi, Nancy. Welcome, Barry. Yeah. So what I do, my gift is basically I use my chakras in my hands to connect with someone else's or your chakras if you were doing a reading for you. And somehow through the gift, I can actually see the pattern of movement of a person's energy. And then visuals start to come to me, emotions, sounds, different things, whatever comes to me that I use, I then describe and reflect back to the person that I'm giving the session for. And then together, I coach them on how to use their energy to whatever the intention might be. It might need to be softening a pattern of thought or relief of a body owie. So I work on 3 different levels. I work on the grounding center down here at the belly, which is associated with, for me, the bottom 3 chakras. And then the heart chakra, of course, emotions and our ability to love ourselves and others. And then I work a lot with the 3rd eye, and that's thoughts and the ability to perceive that which we cannot see. So, that said, anyone else want to check in about how they're feeling, how their weekend was? I'm going to share with you an interesting experience I had this weekend where I had to give myself some really deep loving allowance. Farnaz, welcome. Nice to see you, my friend. A beautiful, hot mess. I'm glad you put the word beautiful on it. Oh, Marianne. Sorry to hear that you are at your worst. But coming here by accident? Probably no accident. I think your guides or spirit or source brought you here. Hello, Susan. Jeanette, you want a reading? Okay. Put Jeanette on the list. I want to see if I can try to get to more people today. We're not going to rush it because I'm still trying to figure out pacing for some of this. This is all very new. For anyone who's first time here, this is only my 2nd live. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Diane and Bonnie and Karen. Okay, we'll hold it at that for now. Me 3 or 4. Okay, I'm gonna put Anika, and then I've got to hold the list because I don't want to get overwhelmed. I'm still trying to figure out time management. So I'm gonna do those Hopefully those six. And if we have extra time, because I booked an hour and a half today, then we will check on other people at that time. Okay. So first, I want to talk a little bit about allowing. So Friday was my first live, and all last week I was super nervous, right? And then it ended up being just a beautiful experience for me, and I know it was for a number of other people. Okay, thank you, Anika. I really appreciate that. Hello, Christine. Welcome. Christine's a dear friend of mine from Jackie Mancuso's groups and lives. So good to see you there. Yeah, so Friday was a pretty big high for me after we finished. We actually went a half an hour longer. So I'd only booked about an hour for Friday's live and we went a half an hour and I'm really glad we did because there was some really amazing healing and love and just peacefulness just emanating through the whole thing. And I sort of rode that wave for the rest of Friday, but Saturday morning I woke up and I was feeling a little bit down, not like massively depressed, but there was, I mean, ebbs and flows of life, right? And particularly, I'm very comfortable emoting and identifying in my emotions. And so I know that sometimes in the past, like if I've been to workshops or retreats, there's that little bit of a letdown afterwards. So I had a little bit of a down feeling. By Sunday morning, I realized that I was having like not that great of a pattern of thought. And I'm sharing this with you guys because it really makes me laugh because I'm sitting there Sunday morning and I'm feeling some sadness and I'm like, why am I sad? I just launched a live. I did a live. I like was so nervous about it and it went really well and I'm really pleased with how it went personally and I know and I've been dreaming of doing this for over a year, right? And I've been wanting to do something really amazing like this for even longer. And then I'm sad on Sunday morning and I realized my sneaky little thoughts, right? These are it's so interesting to feel an emotion and then track the thought that's causing it. That for me is fascinating, right? And what I came up with was that a part of my mind was wanting me to be 6 months to a year down the road on my path, right? So and this is what's so funny. I just did my live and part of my mind is like, no, you should be 6 months further along, or you should be a year further along. Okay. You should have all of this stuff lined up. You should know all this, right? And that just made me sad because it wasn't what's true in the moment. Right. And so I caught that. I saw it. I found it. And then I took this opportunity for loving what I call loving allowance. And really, if you've never heard of the word allowing or loving allowance before, it's really, really, yes, it's so true. It's so true, Eliza. Um, oh, what? Really, Christine? Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's something you will learn about today. My accent, Farnaz? Thank you. Where does it come from? I grew up in Rochester, New York, but I've lived all over the world. So I am a world citizen and I don't know, it's all smushed together. And I think I talk differently during different times. And who knows how much the mic is affecting. Anyways, long story short, before we get into a meditation and then do some readings, loving allowance is this powerful thing that I learned about 15 years ago from one of my dearest, dearest friends and teachers. His name is Dr. Peebles. He happens to be a dead guy that a friend of mine in LA trans channels, but he always talked to us about cultivating loving allowance for all things to be in their own time and place, starting with ourselves. And it's just so powerful to do that. And so when I was able to take a moment on Sunday and be like, wait a minute, I'm right where I wanted to be when I started lives. I'm doing my second live on Monday. Let that be as it is. Let it be enough. I don't need to be 6 months down the road. The universe and love and my guides are going to handle that path for me. I don't have to figure that all out. And especially, I don't have to figure it out 6 months ahead of time. So we'll see where I am in 6 months, but I am no longer using that comparison and judgment mind isn't active. So I don't feel sad about it. Anyways, I hope that makes sense. Any questions about allowing? Has anyone not heard that term before? Blossom's here. Awesome Blossom. Hello. Welcome to you, my friend. Yes, Joanne, be kind to ourselves. Cool. I love how interactive some of you are. It's awesome. It's really good. And we've got 56 people here. Welcome if you're new to a ChakraTouch Live. This is only my second one. And we're going to get into a meditation now. So this one's going to be really straightforward. I think I'm going to actually do a pretty quick one. So take your left hand, if you will, and place it on your belly. Just rest it gently there. Have your thumb resting right over the belly button, okay? And then take your right hand and just gently place it there. I'm going to back up a little bit, see if you can see that. So it kind of looks like this, okay? And just hold that there for a moment. And close your eyes. Make sure your feet are flat on the ground. If you're lying down or sitting somewhere reclined, just pay attention to how your body is connecting with whatever the surface is that you are on. And just let everything slow down for a moment. Just be conscious of your hands touching your belly and feel that comfort and that nurturing of holding the belly in a gentle, loving way. And we're going to do 3 deep breaths. We'll do in through the nose. We'll hold it for a short bit, and then we'll exhale out the mouth. And if you're having any body owies or heavy heart or anything going on, I encourage you to try to vocalize as you exhale. So get a sigh or a moan or a groan out with it. That's 1. Which hand is on top? You're right. I mean, it doesn't really matter which one you do, Blossom. Just have them both there. Left hand on the bottom, right hand on the top if you want, or whatever is comfortable. It really depends on your arms in this case. Okay, wonderful. All right, we'll go for our second breath then. I love sighing. It's like a release, letting everything out. And then a third one. God, source, spirit, universe, please gift us with your divine courage. Boost our strength, our honor, and our dignity so that we can face and walk through anything in our lives, anything in our hearts, and any challenge we have in our minds, but also grant us the courage to face our dreams, the things that we want, the things that we desire, and the things that we hope for. Sometimes those can be even more scary than the things that we struggle with. Thank you for your divine courage. And then bring your hands up to your heart space. And we'll do 3 deep breaths in. 1. Remember to relax your arms. 2. And 3. Dear source, guides, spirit, please fill our hearts with your divine love. Strengthen our ability to feel our emotions, our commitment to self-love, and our ability to love others no matter what. Thank you. And then we'll raise our hands up to our third eye, right on your forehead here. Make sure you relax your arms. This one can be difficult if you have arms strained. Thank you, Marcy. And we'll do 3 deep breaths in here at the third eye. 1. 2. And 3. Dear source, please open our minds to your divine wisdom. Ease and clear our thoughts. Help us to learn to watch our thoughts without judgment. watch them with objectivity so that we may learn from them and fill us with the strength and the ability to perceive that which cannot be seen so that we can be of service to ourselves and to others. Deep breath in, shake your arms out. Nothing too hard, just real relaxed. Shake them out. Thank you for that meditation. And we will get on readings. Jerry Lee, my dear friend, it's so good to see you. All day. Ah, wonderful. Well, there'll be more because what I found out on Friday was that as I do individual readings for people here in the live, miraculously, of course, not miraculously, other people seem to get a benefit too. So I hope that that happens for you too. All right. So on my list, I have Marcy, Jeanette, Diane, Bonnie, Karen, and Anika. So I ask, since many people are new, I ask that all the reading folks prepare your intention. How do you say that? Arlene, I have to hold at 6 because I'm still learning about how much time each takes. So keep that. I'm gonna write an extra line here. Yes, thank you, Marianne. I really love ChakraTouch meditations. They're super cool. So Arlene, I don't know if I'm going to get to you, my friend, but we'll see. So as you prepare, it doesn't have to be in a form of a question. I like to work with intentions. Questions have uncertainty to them. Intentions have, well, they're intentional. They have a direction. They have, I think, a crisper, clear energy. And if you want, you can precede your stated intention, Marcy, with either body owie, heavy heart, so an emotional difficulty, or something stuck in your craw, something in the mind. Thanks for your understanding, Arlene. Appreciate that. Miriam, or is it Miriam? Miriam, yeah. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get for everybody. We will circle back. Miriam, I will write you just in case. Okay. Marcy, where are you? Miriam. Oh, but severe pain. All right, tell me, Marcy, tell me about the pain. Is it, describe it for me? Where is it in the body? So hold on to, gals and guys, hold on to stating your intention until I get to you because I'm afraid I won't see it in chat. Okay. Not sure if I missed it with Marcy. Still learning how to deal with the chat. An example of intention. Okay. So that's a really good question, Diane. Marcy, why don't you tell me a little bit more. You've got all three going on. Tell me a little bit more about the pain. We'll focus in on that at first. So an intention is kind of like a commitment and kind of like a decision. It's very different because um, instead of bearing the uncertainty of a question like, oh, what am I going to do about this or whatever, it's like if you wake up in the morning and you just decide, I'm going to have a good day. Life might suck at the moment, but I'm going to have as best a day as I can. And you just sort of make that decision. And for me, I love the word intention because I feel like the energy gets behind it. There's an emotional, mental, spiritual energy that gets behind that. And then it sort of infuses in all of us. It's very different than say deciding on what you're going to eat for breakfast, which doesn't really require an intention. However, you might set an intention that I'm going to eat healthily. So at the moment that you go to decide what you're going to want to eat at breakfast and you remember your intention, then that can inform and infuse the actual decision around what food you're going to choose at that point. That's the best that I can do at the moment, and we can get into that some more. Hopefully that makes some sense. All right, Marcy, top of your back, wrapping around your ribs and squeezing to the bottom of your back, severe pain behind your heart. 6 herniations and others. Wow, that sounds like a lot, my friend. Okay. Marcy, I'm going to have you place your hands on your heart, okay, dear? And I will tap into that as well. So this sounds like a lot. If anyone wants to help support Marcy, we're going to just start, even though this isn't your reading. It's sometimes just really helpful to have the group energy pitch in. So just left hand on the heart and then right hand over the left. And I will tap into Marcy and just hold space for her, hold space for her pain. Marcy, do you have what kind of mental activity is going on? Are you finding yourself deeply disliking or fighting, railing against the pain? You find yourself walking around thinking, oh God, I hate this. Oh, this is so difficult. That's just sort of like grin and bearing it. I'm going to tap into your heart and your back and see what's going on. Okay, you have a lot going on, my friend. We'll see what we can do. I'm feeling a need for some grounding. Marcy, bring your hands down to your belly for me, okay? Hmm. Back pain can often be an energy of not feeling supported, right? Because our spine is probably the single most important part of the body that holds us up, right? That holds us, that keeps our body supported. Legs obviously are important in that too. But I'm feeling like your lower chakras, yeah. Hmm. There's a heaviness in your heart, and your mind is very busy. I'm having trouble actually seeing patterns. I see a very interesting pattern in your belly. I'm not sure what to make of it yet, but it has a emotion of exasperation. So it's an interesting shape. I'm not seeing super clearly, but what I'm feeling is there's imagine that someone is standing up next to their bed and they're so exhausted and they're so exasperated that instead of like gently crawling into bed, they just sort of flop onto it. And that's the energy I'm getting. It's just like, ugh. I guess that's a good sound for it. Ugh. And it's just this energy that's just flopping. It's close to surrender, but it's not the quality of surrender. It's more like the I give up. I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired. Okay, that's resonating. Okay. So when you hear me talk about this, think of it as a person, if you will. It's you, really. It's your energy. It's not a very grounded energy because you're not gently getting into bed. You're flopping. I mean, you could flop. Yes, how strong do I have to be? So that's interesting that you say that. And it's a beautiful choice of words because the reality for you, and I know you probably don't feel this way in the moment, but the reality, I'm just mirroring this for you. You are very strong right now to be going through this. You're probably also really exasperated, and that is where this flopping energy comes from. So, do you have any? Let's see. Oh, okay, Carrie, God bless you. Be well. Thanks for being here. We'll see you another time. Yes, everyone says that. Do you believe it? And it's okay if you don't. There's a lot I've been through where I can't believe it. Okay, you do believe you're strong. Okay. So let's work with you're over it. So that's brilliant. That's beautiful because what that's saying to me, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I am never attached to any of what I see or feel. I'm just here to be of service. But what I'm hearing and seeing is you are ready for a release. You are ready to let go. So maybe this flopping energy, maybe we can work with this. So let's just picture yourself standing next to your bed. Okay. And interesting thing about surrender, right? There's lots of different ways to surrender. I have been through this. I won't get into the stories, but I, believe me, I have been through this a lot. 10 years of having lost everything, sleeping in my car for 3 months in 2009, house hopping. I won't get into the rest, but there's a lot of surrender going on with that level of uncertainty. So what I would love you to do is picture yourself in your belly, standing next to your bed, okay? And let's make it like the bed of your dreams, the most beautiful, the most comfortable bed ever. Colors that just fill your heart with joy, a comforter, duvet, blankets, whatever you want that just look so inviting. This is a safe space. This is a place where you can relax. It's that inviting. It just looks nurturing and warm and cozy and like you want to cuddle up with in the blankets and with the pillows. The pillows are the perfect temperature. Miriam, I love that sanctuary. And you're standing there right next to your bed. And I want you to see yourself there in your belly. And instead of flopping onto the bed, look at the bed and feel the appreciation for that sanctuary, the joy for how comfortable it looks, and feel how much you want to get into the bed. And don't resist it and don't push it, don't rush it, but just relish in the feeling of how awesome and comfortable that bed looks. Are you with me there, Marcy? Excellent. Okay. And now, very gently, like being really tender with yourself, really deliberate, intentional. Very, that's another good word to mean intentional, deliberate. So, very deliberately, just gently get into bed. Treat yourself with the most tenderness and gentleness, not because you're hurt, not because you're hurt, but because you love yourself and you want to feel comfort. Okay. So crawl into that bed, and everybody can do this too. If you've got a body owie and you're not loving it at the moment, picture this bed in your belly and picture doing what Marcy's doing. Crawl into that bed, Marcy. Let me know when you got all snuggled in the covers and you've got your pillows adjusted just right. I want you to be absolutely perfectly comfortable in this bed before we move into the next piece. Just feel the comfort of the duvets or the comforter. What do you like? Do you like a duvet? You like comforters? You like blankies? I mean, what's your shtick there, right? Okay, you're comfortable. You feel peaceful and like the bed has you protected and safe. Yes, tons of pillows. I love it. Awesome. So feel the beauty of being surrounded by those tons of pillows, and they're soft and they're comfortable and they're the perfect temperature. And I want you to create, what do we work with? Let's just string a bunch of pillows from your belly upwards along your spine. No, that's a little weird. I don't know if that works for you. Actually, let's do what I was going to originally do. That feeling of comfort is like a bubble surrounding you on the bed, okay? Assign whatever color you want to it, but I'm seeing this beautiful gold, this golden glow, and it just is that feeling of I love my bed. I love my bed and I love being in bed I love feeling this comfortable, and let that glow grow bigger. Oh, with your doggy, I love it. Yellow is fine. Whatever color works for you, my friend. Just picture a globe, a glowing bubble globe around you of that beautiful yellow energy, and let it expand. Fill your whole belly until it is absolutely, the belly is full, and it's so full that it needs to spread to the rest of your body. And spread that beautiful yellow light down through your legs, down to the ground until it literally touches the floor. And then spread it all the way up your body, right? You want it to travel up your spine really gently as it goes up that spine, because that's your big owie spot. As it goes up to the spine, do it slow like molasses. We worked with molasses last week with somebody. Just have it go slowly up, almost like butter, and have it bring that feeling of loving comfort and safety and security, and just let that ooze its way, like if you see my hand, ooze its way up your spine. And then when it reaches your neck, just let it completely envelop your whole head as it goes up to the top. And take a deep breath in for me. And let it out as long as you can. Sigh, whatever you need to do. And just bask in that for a moment, Marcy. Just enjoy how comfortable that feels. Good. How's that feeling? You feel some ease, hopefully, some peace, maybe? Yeah. So as you go forward with this, Marcy, I mean, you could try and do something like this on your own if you'd like, but as you go forward, I just want you to be really present with your thoughts about the pain, okay? Because one of the worst things that I can do personally, particularly when I have something that I don't like am I experiencing something I don't like really, really being sick, or a severe pain that is inhibiting movement or causing my day to just be a big pain, literally, is just do your best to try to keep the mind from piling onto it. Try to be present with the pain. Allow it to be in the moment without attaching story or more thought or even judgment onto it, because that is actually going to aggravate the pain. What you're wanting to do is you're wanting to allow time and space in your body, in your mind, in your heart for that pain to move through you or teach you or show you more. Okay, my friend? Are we complete for now here, Marcy? Fine. Yeah, I realize there's a lot going on for you in this. And I sensed a lot in your heart and in your mind, but I could only, given the time we have here, I could only really pick like one area, and I felt like grounding was going to be the most important. So, are you okay if I move on? Which means Jeanette would be up next. Thank you. Yeah, and if you want to dig deeper in this, Marcy, yeah, I'd be happy to do private session with you. My one-on-ones are totally donation based as well, so that's something to explore. Also, just so that everybody knows, Jeanette, while you're prepping your question, I'm just going to do a little donation ad. So if you're interested in offering an energetic exchange, there's lots of ways to do it. You can provide a donation here in the live. If you're on an Apple operating system or an Apple device, I would request that you donate through my teacher's profile page so that Apple doesn't take the 30% away, which they're doing. If you're not on an Apple, feel free to donate. If you're not called to share anything financially, which is totally fine, please follow me on Insight Timer. Listen to my meditation tracks. If you feel so inspired, you can rate and review those. And I also have a couple different socials. So if you go onto my IT profile, I have a Linktree link there, and that goes to my, what is it, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Hopefully this recording will go up tonight or tomorrow on my YouTube. So if you need to re-listen or anything like that. All right. Oh, okay, guest. Yeah, a one-on-one, you would schedule if you go to my okay, Jeanette, one second while I answer that guest's question. So if you go to my link tree, which if you know about, actually, you can just go to book.yegreg.com if you want. That goes right to my booking page and you can book one-on-ones there. There's no fee charged up front. And like I said, it's 100% donation. So hope that answers your question, guest. All right. Yay, Marcy. Good work. Really good work. I know you're really busy working on it. We're going to get to Jeanette now. I'm allowing and trusting my healing energies to help with my frequent weekly colds. Is that your intention, Jeanette? Yes. Okay. Tell me about your colds. Can you describe them? Let me type it in for you, guest. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to put external links, so I'm going to separate them. The spaces mean dots. How does that sound? Thank you, Marcy. That is very sweet of you. Minor head and sinus and throat issues. Okay. Describe the quality of those issues if you can. I know you're really good at describing your weather and landscape environment. So that's book.yegreg.com for the person who is saying guest. All right, Jeanette, how's it going on? I've had a lot of frequent sinus stuff in the past as well. Light fever, fatigue, sinus issues. Is there sinus issues? Are we talking about congestion, looseness, tightness? I'm not a doctor, but I'm just sort of trying to get like a sense of, you know, where the stress is with it. Light fever and fatigue too. Okay. Sore throat. Okay. Let's see what's going on with your throat. There is a very vocal energy in your throat, but it is muted. Um, this is interesting. I've seen this before in somebody. This is so. I'll try to describe this best I can. It's a little tricky to describe. So it's like I'm getting this image of somebody wanting to scream or say something, and they're opening their mouth wide and they're about to say it, and nothing comes out. And it's like it doesn't have to be a scream, but it's kind of like a but there's no sound. So it's like something is immediately muting and blocking. So you have this powerful vocal energy and it's just getting stopped dead in its tracks. Is there anything? See, the throat chakra is about communication. It's about our ability to speak our truth, our emotional and mental truth. It's about being able to speak our boundaries as well. Does any of that resonate? Is there anything that you've like been holding in that you've been wanting to say to someone or something or yourself or God or whatever? Is there, but you just, it's like so strong on you, but you're holding it back. Okay. All right, let's work on that. Is that okay? Because that's like the big energy that I'm feeling. And I think that we'll have there's clearly a block going on here that if we can free up, maybe some other stuff will get moving. Okay. Let me try and find. Jeanette, you have such a big heart, don't you? Wow. You just have a beautiful, beautiful big heart. I want you to put your hands on your heart, my friend, okay? And just feel right into the center of your body and feel how spacious your love is. You have a huge, huge heart space. Hmm. There's a very playful energy in your heart. It's like the wind. All righty. Picture a sky in your heart, my friend, with tons of beautiful, fluffy clouds and the wind just brushing by your face. Very comfortable wind. It's a warm, gentle wind. Let me know when you can see that or feel it, okay? Awesome. Okay. So, have you ever seen a dust devil? I don't know if they have them up in your area, but they just sort of spin around. They're almost invisible, okay, right? And in this case, we want it to just spin gently around, all right? And even just have it hold that heart space for you. This beautiful dust devil, maybe it picks up some of the cloud pieces. Yeah, have it pick up some of the clouds, and it's just a dust devil. It's no harm. It's very gentle. It's just having play, and it's filling your heart. Okay. And now, while we're holding that spot, and anyone else can help out with this because this might be a real big one for Jeanette, I want you to place your left hand on your heart, okay? And then your right hand on your throat. And just watch as that dust devil spins and moves its way up your neck, and let it just hang out and spin in your throat. The energy in your throat, remember I said it's like but there's no sound. It's like trying. There's like a push energy to it, almost trying too hard, perhaps. But it's got the momentum, but then it stops short. And it's been trying to do that for so long. I sense some sadness with it. It's just been trying to speak for so long that it doesn't know another way to move. So I want you to just surround it with that dust devil, okay? That gentle, loving whirlwind. Surround it with it and just let the voice, you can even picture a mouth, let the voice just stop pushing, okay? And just let it relax like it's letting go, and let it just sort of get carried by that little beautiful loving whirlwind, okay? And keep it in your throat. Remember to breathe. I have to remember to breathe too. Yes, wonderful. Okay. Yeah, and just let it float on that whirlwind, that little loving dust devil that you brought up from your heart, because you have so much love and you can hold a space of love and allowing. I want you to try to, yeah, let's just hold that. I won't go there yet. Just hold that dust devil in your throat and let that mouth, that voice, relax in it and let it go. Let it go from the trying. Let it go from the effort. Yeah. Tell me what's going on for you, my friend, because there's a lot there right now. I'm going to keep holding that spot for you. Okay, wonderful. That's good. You need a release on this, Jeanette. It's so helpful to have releases. I would like to encourage you to spend the rest of the day just holding just a lot of love and allowing a lot of letting be for this part of you that wants to say something. Trust that when the time is right, you will be able to speak your truth, and take that time to get clear on what your truth is and what you feel in your heart. Okay? Because there's no right or wrong about this. I know that that oomph is probably coming from an aggravated sense of urgency over needing to speak with your sons. But divine timing on things, right? It's just if we can let our guides, spirit, source, the universe guide us, and if we can follow and allow that to unfold naturally, then you can have some peace along the way. Okay, my friend? Excellent. Good work. Wow, you guys are I'm so amazed by you guys. Diane, what is your intention? What are we working on today? Hi, Claudia. You're welcome. Excellent. I assume you have to go. It's wonderful to meet you. Divine timing. Absolutely. So we're going to work with Diane now. And I assume she's typing. You're welcome, Jeanette. I believe in you. Oh, oh, wow. Bonnie, thanks for sharing your love with Jeanette. Diane, wow, that's a lot. Oh boy. Okay. Hmm. I'm guessing it's because you have a lot of love for folks. Let's check it out. So it's interesting. Why are you always caretaking for those who are dying? That is a really, really good question. Have you been able to suss anything out with that for yourself yet? And how does that question make you feel? Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So Diane's saying, I'm always told I'm strong. That sounds familiar, right? We were working with that with Marcy. But my heart just breaks and I'm alone. Never had a relationship in life. I give and I give. Okay. Ah, yes, Bonnie, giving lots of love to Diane. Okay, so Diane, I want you to place your hands on your heart, whatever order you want, right over left or left over right, doesn't matter, okay? And let's all do this. I would love to hold a group space for this. Hmm. Yes. Yes. All right, everybody, left hand on your heart, right on top of it. And just close your eyes and let's just hold Diane. Actually, let's do this. Left hand on the heart and hold your right hand out and put it right on Diane's back, okay? You don't have to participate in this if you want to. Let's do it together. And we're just going to focus on filling our hearts with love and letting that just be. And Diane, I want you to focus your mind, just clear as many thoughts as you can and focus all of your mind and all of your attention on the back of your heart, okay? Like literally keep your hands on the front of your heart, but focus on the back and just try to open that back of the heart up. Yeah, there you go. Yep. I can feel your I can feel your sadness. Yeah, I could feel your sadness. You've been giving and giving so much. And now we're giving to you and just open up to it and receive all of our love. It's okay to have moments when you're not strong. We're human. It's important, actually, I think, personally, in my life, to have breakdowns because a breakdown leads to a breakthrough. And it doesn't have to be a massive breakdown where we lose complete control, but it can just be simple, gentle tears. Or it could be stuffing a pillow in our face and screaming our head off, anything. It's a release that you probably are needing. Everybody hold that for her. I'm just going to take a closer peek here on the energy. Yes. Oh, there's chaos in your heart. Let everybody's love flow into you from the back until you can feel it in your own heart. Sorry, my hands get tight and I have to crack my knuckles. Yes, a bubble. Hold that bubble, Diane. Hold that bubble and now make it your own, okay? Move your mind to the bubble and just watch that bubble and look and see what color it is. Is it clear? Is it sort of viscous and cloudy like when we blow bubbles as kids, right? Or is it perfectly clear like the most thinnest, beautifulest material ever that you could see through? And just give us a description of what that bubble is. And hold that in your heart and make that your space of love. Yes, everybody's sending you a lot of love right now, Diane. So while you're holding that bubble, if you feel called to, right? And yeah, yes. Oh, aren't those so fun? Those are just amazing. And you know what's so cool about them? If you blow gently, right, through the bubble, whatever the handle thingy, if you blow gently and don't force it, can become bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And has those beautiful rainbow colors and qualities, and sometimes the sun shines on it. Just relish in that. Hold that in your heart. That is your love. And I want you to just let that bubble become bigger and bigger and let it soak your whole body. Thank you, Jeanette. So, Diane and anybody else going through caring for the elderly, I have been through this a lot. Um, about 14 years ago, I was asked when I was homeless, essentially. I was invited to come in and help care for a woman's mother who had advanced Alzheimer's. And it was then that I learned one of the most important things that I think I could ever learn in my life, and particularly when it comes to memory loss and dementia. And that is really holding a space of love for these people without judgment, without needing to fix them. She spoke to me from a lot of her memories, and she was literally in another time when she was speaking. So for her, they were very, very real. They weren't current. They weren't what was real in the moment, certainly not for me or her daughter, but they were what was real for her in the moment. And they gave her joy to be basically reliving them as she was telling me the stories. And I realized I watched her daughter continually correct her and just have this energy of, you're wrong, mom. You're wrong, mom. Get with it, mom. Get in the moment, mom. And she wasn't saying those things, but that was this daughter's energy. And it was so sad to me because all this woman wanted to do, God bless her heart, she'd taught like at the in university for her entire life. She'd had a beautiful marriage and a big, big family and a gorgeous home that I was getting to stay in. And all she wanted to do at that moment was watch professional tennis and eat ice cream. I mean, like, how much better can it get, right? She grew up playing amateur tennis and she just loved watching the pros play tennis, US Open, Wimbledon, all that stuff. And we would sit watching tennis and she was in such joy. And then her daughter would come in the room and conflict would happen. And that was the first time I ever spent time with a person with dementia. And then I was afforded the opportunity to be with my mom while she died in hospice. She didn't suffer from the dementia. She just had body owies, basically, that brought her down. And then when my mom passed in March of 2012, her best friend, the elderly woman that I live with now, invited me to live with them and help. And I helped care for her husband who had advanced vascular dementia. And he was an interesting case. And because of the experience I had with the woman who loved tennis, I was able to be present with this guy, and his memories were all over the place. He was not in the present day frequently. Um, and he and I just played together because I was like a misfit out of time. I didn't have a job. I was still dealing with all the losses I had in my life. And but we just sort of nurtured each other and played and had fun. So I tell a little bit of that story. And my dad died from dementia too, so I know a heck of a lot about it. Let me see what everybody's saying. Diane, I hope that you are feeling better from that work we just did. That was really beautiful and very moving. Miriam says, Diane, I can relate to your pain and sorrow, sending love and blessings and healing light your way. Deborah, I think my mom has dementia, also so sad to watch. She's 90. Yeah, it can be sad, but it can also be very, very precious if you bring the right viewpoint to it. It is sad to see a loved one go through this, but we can hold a loving space for them at the same time. Diane's, everyone, look at that. Everybody just sending you love. It's so awesome. It is hard to see them decline. Yeah. But how much of that, see, this is the beauty of allowing. Can we find, we, if our intention is self-serenity, self-peace, self-love, we almost have to find a way to allow this to be. We are not in control of someone else's memory and someone else's decline. We're just not. It's not ours. It's their experience. It's their choice to experience their end of time this way. And in a lot of ways, it's a choice they're making because it's the easier, softer path for them. If you can have compassion and loving allowance for that, then you will increase your ability to hold space for them. And it may actually really be quite informative. It's been that way for me. Excellent. Yes, you know what I'm saying, Diane. That's beautiful. So you're already there. And the big thing then is to just start finding little ways to give yourself loving moments. Allow yourself the releases that you need. I know the burden, I know the burden feels like it's all on you, and I certainly relate to that, having been through it. But you're not alone. You have us, you have your guides, you have spirit, whatever it is you believe in spiritually, call on that. In fact, I highly recommend checking out my newest two tracks. They're called Invocation for Divine Courage, Wisdom, and or Courage, Love, and Wisdom. And that's what we did at the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. It is Eliza. Wow. So awesome. Diane, are we complete here? Are you okay for now? Can we move on to Bonnie? Yes, wonderful. Yes, a release. Thank you. Wonderful. I love that. Thank you. This was a release this moment. Thank you and all on this feed. I needed a good cry. Let yourself cry, my friend. It's hard to do sometimes, but man, does that I feel so much better after a good cry, even a good bawling the old eyes out. Yeah, hand on your back. I love that, Jeanette. Okay, Bonnie. Did I miss your intention? Let's move on to you. How are we doing on time? We're actually looking really good. Hour and a half. We might, well, let's see what we got. Bonnie, where was your intention? I intend to allow more space and ease with my upcoming rotator cuff surgery. Oh, wow. Can you remind me where rotator cuff is, Bonnie? Like, is it like up here or on the back? So the shoulder, is it the back of the shoulder, front, all around? Shoulder pain. Oh, I've had shoulder pain troubles in the past. It's no fun. None of it's fun. All right, Eliza, have a wonderful day. Two areas. Tell me where those areas are, Bonnie. Hmm. I have chronic pain also, Bonnie says. Yeah. Front top. Front top. Okay. Hmm. How long have you had this, by the way? Oh, front and top. Okay, front and top. How long has this been? Oh, I gotta pull up my socks. It's okay, Bonnie. I understood. I make typos when I'm typing in this app all the time. 3 years. Okay. When you think about when you okay, let me how do I do this? Okay. Move your mind, if you know what I mean. Put your attention on the shoulder. Okay. Focus your attention there, front and top, and try to clear your mind. And see if there's a thought or a feeling that suddenly comes up as you are focusing on that area. Because there is some sort of resistance going on there, and it is deeply ingrained for it to have been 3 years now. I'm sensing throat. Nothing comes up. Okay. Let's work with your throat. Move your mind to your throat. Just focus on that. Put just one hand as comfortable as you can be. Just rest it there. Kind of cup it around your throat and your neck and hold it very lovingly. And I'm sensing there is like angry energy, really something so frustrated, just like gritting teeth kind of. ah, Very hyper too, like darting around. So, in my belief system, chronic pain comes from a chronically practiced pattern of thought. Usually, we're doing it unconsciously or semi-consciously on a certain level, and we haven't caught the thought in order to do a course correction on it. And what happens is the thought becomes so pervasive that it then starts manifesting in our body physically, the cells of our body. And if you've ever listened to any of Abraham Hicks, you probably have heard this before. That's where I got the idea, and that's what I believe. The cells of the body start to vibrate with that same energy of that thought. And it's when it gets chronic, it means that thought has been practiced so much that the body is now taking it on as the messenger, right? Because we didn't catch what the thought was about. Does that bring anything up for you, Bonnie? Okay, what comes up for you with this? Take a drink of water while you let us know. You can do this. I know this might be hard, but you can do it. You're not enough messages. Okay. So that's interesting because if we think about the shoulder, right? Let's just think about how we use our shoulders physically in life, right? So in back in the old days, right? We would put packs on them. They would put bundles of wares that they were taking to the town to trade or sell, right? So our shoulders often are the bearers of additional burden, right? And when you're saying, when I've said it too, I say it on any given day, I'm not enough, I can't do this, I'm not enough, I can't do this. That, if that is the thought that has been practiced, then the shoulder is responding to literally not be able to do it. The shoulder can't take the burden anymore. So what we need to do is we need to take the burden. This is just coming to me now, and hopefully this will work, but we need to take the burden off of the shoulder, okay? And we need to find somewhere else to put it. And I don't want to put it somewhere physical. I want to put it somewhere energetic. I want to put it somewhere spiritual. So do you have a higher power? Do you work with soul, spirit guides, angels, God? What do you work with spiritually in terms of belief system, Jeanette or Bonnie? I saw Jeanette's comment to Bonnie. You're so helpful and supportive. I love that. Gaia. Okay. And I've heard it before and I'm not 100% Gaia, the Earth Mother. Is that correct? Is that, or the energy of the earth? Yes. Okay. This is beautiful. I love this view. I'm actually excited about this. So, all right. So we're going to work, even though it's your shoulder, I'm sensing we need to work on some grounding. So hands on your belly for me, my friend. And Bonnie, we're just I'm going to feel into your belly, just deep, natural breath. Well, not deep, but natural, comfortable breaths. Make sure you're not holding your breath through this. That's super important because that will create more tension in your body. But just keep your hands on your belly, and anyone who wants to support also can do hands on the belly. And make sure your feet are flat on the floor. And I'm just going to see what we have going on in there. All righty, we're going to work with a beautiful forest in your belly, Bonnie, okay? And just picture the most serene, peaceful forest clearing. Trees are big and tall, they're thick, they have strong roots, and their limbs are beautifully arcing, graceful arcs and full of leaves, and the sun is shining through the canopy of the woods. And just find a spot in the middle of that clearing to sit. And even if you can't sit cross-legged in real life, just have yourself sit cross-legged so that the base of your spine is touching the ground, literally touching Mother Earth, okay? And I want you to reach out with your mind and your thoughts and your energy and your love. Let Gaia infuse your body and reach out and sense the roots of the trees. You can focus on one tree or you can focus on all of them, whatever is comfortable for you. Thank you, Jeanette, for your support. So, Bonnie, just when you've got that connection with the roots, find the biggest tree if you want. Sorry, phone call. Wow, that's surprising. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. I should shut that off. Um, find the biggest tree with the biggest roots and just follow them down, okay? Just feel like those are your roots and they're not moving. They're moving ever so slightly because there is movement in all things, even in stillness. But these roots are so very deep and so very still. And they reach down into the depths. They pass through the nutrients of Mother Earth. They reach down and pass through the underground water channels of water so they can get their nourishment of water and nutrients in the soil. And they reach just so far down and allow these roots to become one with your legs. Your legs, your bones, your body are rooted in Gaia. And take this burden of not enoughness and feel it really richly right now. No judgment, no fear, no stories, no resistance. Just feel that ball of not enoughness wherever it is, probably in your chest or your throat, and give it to Gaia and just let Gaia take it. Let the branches reach up and hold it. The branches of support from Mother Earth hold that not enoughness. And Gaia is letting you know that it's okay, that you're okay, that for her, you are enough. She doesn't need you to be any different than how you are in this moment. And just breathe that in. Bonnie, you are a precious, precious spirit. Let your Gaia comfort and nurture you. And remember that no matter what's going on at any moment in the day, you can ask her for support. She will get you through this rotator cuff surgery and you will heal. And the more you ask for her support and the more you lean on that and allow that to be present in your life, more likely that you will fully heal. Ah, good work, Bonnie. How are you feeling? Yay, Bonnie. Send Bonnie lots of hearts, everybody. Yes, excellent. I love that. Amazing work, Bonnie. Want to encourage you to be as present with this as you can, my dear friend, because we've heard about people so many times in our lives where they have a certain surgery and then they end up having to go back for it. And it is in my worldview and my belief system, that's because they didn't address the underlying thought pattern and most importantly, the emotions that are coming up from that thought. If you can heal your insides, then the outside won't have to get re-injured, okay? And you won't need another surgery. And so if this was that powerful for you, work with this. Like this is your task right now until your surgery is to bring Gaia in and feel and allow her support as much as you can. And this is true for all of us, whatever our belief, whatever we believe in. I'm doing it these days with my guides and angels. I am needing to refer to them and ask them for help quite frequently because I'm in new territory just even doing these lives. Excellent. Bonnie, we're going to move on. Are you complete, my friend? For now, of course. Amen. Awesome. Wonderful. Karen, you are next. What can we do for you today? Bonnie, that was great work, by the way. I love it. I love this for you. Karen, are you still here? Oh, did I show everybody Buddha? There's Buddha. Hi, Buddha. And he's got some Gaia with the lotus flowers there. Hi, Karen. Let's see. My intention is to release what's holding me back from moving forward with my business. Okay. Do you know what's holding you back? Are we talking about practical, physical things? Fears? Fears usually come from a pattern of thought, in my experience. What does the holding back feel like? Is it somewhere in the body? Procrastination, avoidance. Okay. If you got more, let it roll. Just keep it coming. Brilliant choice of words. Beautiful choice of words. I love that. So you're not feeling inspired. Does that mean that you're trying to motivate yourself to feel inspired? Which, by the way, is a myth. We cannot motivate ourselves to feel inspired. Motivation comes from the outside and inspiration comes from the inside. So, okay. Okay. I so relate to that. I mean, it's exactly what I have done and I'm doing. And it can be really scary at times, even after having said yes to going forward, following my path. There's days that I wonder, what the hell am I doing? But the beautiful thing about that is, even though, okay, yeah, feeling torn between the two, even though you don't like your current job. Okay. So, feeling torn. Okay, so getting this image of torn, which is being split in two. Let's see what we got. There's a lot of resistance. I don't know where it is in your body yet, but I'm feeling a lot of resistance. Ah, it's in your mind. Okay. Mm. Yeah, that's almost like there's two thought patterns and they're at war with each other. Does that make any sense? Let me see. Steady paycheck, the insurance, the stability, yet I crave freedom to follow my heart. What does following your heart feel like? Freedom. What else would following your heart feel like? So it's actually mind versus heart is what's going on for you, my friend. Light and joyful. Just keep rolling with feelings. Try not to use any comparisons like as or anything feels staying feels heavy. Stay with your heart part for me, Karen, okay? We're just going to do like sort of a rampage of feelings on this, the good feelings, all right? So what does following your heart feel like? You've got light and joyful. You've got freedom. Is there fulfillment in there? Flexibility, rewarding, helping. Well, stay with the emotions with me for a moment, my dear. Okay. Just so, yeah, stay out of your mind. We were just dropping totally in the heart. Flexibility for sure. Flexible, freedom, mobility, fulfillment. We have that in there. Happy, joyful, light, fulfilled. So just keep saying these out loud with me. Okay. Light, joyful, flexible, fulfilled, happy, inspired. That was one you asked for. Inspired. This is what it would feel like to be inspired, is to have all these feelings pursuing your dream, pursuing, following your heart. Okay. You can have all these feelings right now without taking any actions. All you have to do is focus on them. You drop into your heart, and let's do that right now. Hands on your heart, Karen, and just feel all those feelings swirling around. Not, not in any particular pattern, but just look at them, feel them, light, joyful, free, flexible, inspired, fulfilled, caring, loving because you want to help others. Are you with me on this? Are we there? Let your heart just fill with those things. Absolutely. Wonderful. Do this every day, my friend. Do this every day. Hold those feelings, cultivate those feelings inside you, because the reality of situations like this, when you, and not just when you have like this push-pull between your head and your heart, but really anything we're wanting in life, we're wanting because of the way we think or hope that it will make us feel. It's not really the thing that we're wanting. So yes, you're wanting to do your own business, but it's not really your own business that you're wanting. It's all of these beautiful feelings that you're hoping to get from it. And you can have those feelings now. If you can cultivate those feelings inside you on a daily basis, then you're going to start to release this battle, right? It's like if you look at my hands, there's like a battle, like I've got to go this way. No, I've got to go this way. You can even make a funny face out of it. I got to go this way, right? That's the mind pulling us, the ego, really saying, I need all this stuff. And you might in the moment, practicality wise, the insurance and the steady paycheck, yeah, but you have to cultivate those great feelings here in your heart and find a way to hold them and carry them through your day. Even look for sources of them through your current job. It may be few and far between, right? But look for those, even those little inkling of moments where it's like, oh, that was that task I just did, or that interaction I just had with that person in this job was fulfilling. Yes, yes, I understand. So Yeah. Right. So this is why you have to find maybe do you meditate in the morning or at the night? But taking that opportunity to cultivate those feelings inside and really filling your heart with them. You do it nightly. Okay. So if you can build time to do it in the morning or as you wake up, to just spend even just 2 minutes thinking about all these feelings that we just talked about for following your heart, right? And I'm not doing a lot of body work with you because I sense that you're very clear on the dichotomy that's going on here, right? But I think if you can, okay, chakra work in the mornings. That's great. That's fantastic. As you are waking up, maybe before doing the chakra work or after or during, whatever works, whatever fits for you, just take a moment and say this simple prayer. Whatever it is you believe in, let's call it universe or source. Source, please gift me with the following emotions today. I and just ask for the emotions and don't ask for anything else for like a week and see if you start to feel better. And it's probably going to be really difficult because, as I can relate, you have the practicalities, right, of your day-to-day life that you still have to deal with. And this hopefully can create like a spaciousness and a sense of allowing for you, because right now you haven't made a decision to leave the other job and you haven't made a decision to start your own business. So you are in that in-between point and you need to hold space to allow both. Yes, please gift me with these feelings. All right. Because like I said, it's not the leaving of the old job that you're wanting, and it's not the establishing and the beginning of your new business that you're wanting. Yes, you're wanting that, but it's these feelings. It's how you want to feel. Ask for them now. Ask for whoever your God or source is to grant those for you, and ask for that source. Ask for source to show you evidence of that. Okay. Set an intention in the morning for yourself that you will look for signs of joy, light, freedom, flexibility, fulfillment, inspiration. Okay. And set that as an intention every morning. Just has to be a minute, not even more if you want. And then do your day and see how it goes. And then check it in the nighttime when you're meditating. Did I actually see? Because you might get so busy that you energetically noticed or subconsciously noticed and didn't consciously notice. So do a little inventory in the evening when you after or before you meditate. Did I actually see any evidence of this? I did. Cool. Celebrate it. If you didn't, be like, no big deal. Tomorrow I'll do it again. Okay. We're at an hour and a half. Karen, do you feel complete for now? Okay. And my other piece of suggestion on this, and of course, if this doesn't work for you, find something else that works, but try to make it the feelings. Yeah, you feel great. Wonderful. Okay. And you know what? Just give a lot of love to your mind. It's a strong mind and it's being real busy with this push you pull me thing or push me pull you thing. Okay. Just send it a lot of love and let it know that you're safe and secure and deeply loved, and it can relax. Let source handle the show for you. All right. Excellent. I want to close with the meditation. I am so sorry, Anika. I didn't get to you, Arlene and Miriam. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep your names right there. If you come back, when you come back, we'll do more. And also, thank you for everybody for being here. We're going to close with a beautiful love circle, energetic love circle that I did last week. And thank you, Anika, for that. Oh my God, Paula, that's amazing. I love that. And you know what? We're all connected. We are all love. We don't, we want love, but we are love. We actually are our very, whatever we call source, universe, God, we are it. So let's cultivate it as much as we can and embody it. I'm trying to embody it more and more in my life with everything I do. Um, Well, I can't call on the next Solonika. We're going to do a group meditation to close up because we are at an hour and a half. So that's not bad though. It looks like I can do 5 people so far. Oh, wonderful. I'm so glad you guys benefit from it. If you do feel like you wish to, again, offer an energetic exchange, please follow me on Insight Timer. I welcome donations. They're never required or expected, but they are deeply appreciated. This is my business, and I do intend to grow it to sustain my joy and my service to other people. And you help with that just by showing up or by following. Hopefully this recording came out well. You can check my YouTube if you want to re-reference it. I will post in my group, Celebrate Love group. You can join that group on Insight Timer, and I'll notify you when the recording makes it up to my YouTube channel. Oh, Eileen, I'm glad. I'm really glad. And I hope that Miriam had a benefit too along the way. It's just nice to be in just such a loving, supportive energy, isn't it? So let's close. Everybody, just rub your hands together really quickly, very gently. And we'll do what we did earlier with a slight twist. Hand on your heart. Feel into your chest, into your heart center where your heart chakra lives, and let divine love just fill your heart. And then hold your hand out, your right hand out. Sorry, left hand on the heart, right hand out. And you can pick somebody in the group, or you can just be generic and hold your hand out to someone's, the back of their heart. Back of our hearts don't get enough love or attention in real life. And so let's just give all of us some loving attention right there on the back of the heart. You don't have to do anything, just hold love in your heart, and we'll be present for just a few moments. Take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment and let it out. How much love and blessings to all of you. You guys make this possible by showing up and participating and supporting each other. And I love that. That is, it's very affirming to me, and I really appreciate it. It's just, like I said last Friday, it's a dream come true. My next live is Wednesday at 1:11. I'm going to get more normal times soon. I'm playing around with stuff. And then I've requested one for this coming Friday at 4 p.m. And those are both Eastern time. So wherever you're in the world, translate that. I'm not good with calendar and world time math very well. But anyways, thank you much for being here. Thank you, Anika. It's so good to always see you, my friend, in all the lives. Blessings to all of you. If you need support in between lives, go to check out my tracks. Go to my profile on Insight Timer. My link tree is there for anyone who came late and didn't hear. My link tree goes to everything there. It points to my Insight Timer profile, the booking engine that I use, so you can book a private ChakraTouch with me, which is 100% donation based. I've got my Instagram, my YouTube. I think I have my Facebook. I haven't decided whether I'm really going to do Facebook or not. Yeah, and then if you want to donate through another means, I have my PayPal set up there as well. But anyways, thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys in a future live of somebody else's or mine. So God bless. Have a great evening. Enjoy whatever is next. And please hold loving allowance in your heart for all things to be in their own time and place, because that is the path to serenity. And that is what helps us experience the freedom and the joy and the love that we all want. All right. Love you all. Thank you. Be well.